Growing your own vegetables may seem overwhelming initially, but it's actually much simpler than it sounds. Hey there viewers, and welcome back to another Bestie video. If you've given up on growing your own vegetables owing to lack of time or space, it's time you reconsidered. This is because the benefits stem far beyond saving a few dollars on groceries. It's also great for the environment as it saves food miles, plastic packaging, and food waste. In today's video, we'll tell you reasons why you should grow your own food. From avoiding nasty chemicals, less food waste, more vegetable varieties, increased food security to helping the environment and more. Watch till the end to learn about all of them. Number 1. More nutritious food. As soon as a fruit or vegetable is picked, it begins to lose some of its vitamins and nutrients. Produce loses moisture and ripeness, both of which contribute to a loss of nutrients as it travels from the farm to your grocery store. In addition, produce is often picked prematurely and then artificially ripened to improve shelf life. This is a necessity since the average piece of produce has traveled hundreds of miles to where it's finally sold. This can be a big loss. Growing your own food can increase the variety of the foods that you eat. Mass market farmers today only grow items that fit a certain standard for travel and appearance. Customers want to see a tomato that's a certain size and redness. All other varieties be damned. Well, there are over 700 varieties of tomatoes, all with different taste and nutrition profiles. With your own garden, you can experience a wider range of foods. Growing your own food at home means you can pick what you need as you need it. Your food has all the nutrients it was designed to, and that fresh food that you picked at perfect ripeness tastes better too. What exotic vegetables would you like to grow in your garden and why? Tell us quickly down below in the comment section. Number 2. No nasty chemicals. Growing your own produce means you have full control of what is added to it. You can avoid harsh fertilizers in the soil and use pest control methods that are completely natural without chemicals in them. This is the same thing you get from buying organic produce. But when you grow it on your own, you have the convenience factor and save money at the same time. Less chemicals is always a good thing when you start feeding your family more fruits and veggies. Number 3. Eliminates food safety worries. It is difficult not to worry about food safety when foods like spinach, peanut butter, and tomatoes are regularly recalled for safety reasons. Growing your own food will eliminate worries about pesticides used in the growing process or contamination that can occur anytime from the planting to distribution process. Number 4. Less food waste. Picking your own food as you need it is a great way of only using what you need. Surplus produce in shops often gets wasted if it isn't bought before it spoils. Keeping it in the ground for longer means it stays fresher. Even if you're faced with a huge harvest of vegetables that you know you'll unlikely use, you can give it away to people who need it, or trade them for whatever people are growing. You could even create a neighborhood collective where you all decide to grow different crops and share all your bounty when it's ready. Another plus is not forcing your food to go through unreasonable beauty standards. If your homegrown potatoes have knobby bits or our zucchinis are too big, you don't care. Number 5. You save money. When you have a full, healthy garden, you'll find yourself spending less money at the grocery store. When you have all the ingredients you need for your favorite salad, or when you can harvest carrots to roast from your own backyard, you won't need to buy as much when you do your weekly shopping, especially when organic gardening. The cost of a packet of seeds is far less than the organic veggies and fruits at the store. Beyond the initial crop, you can learn to dry, can, and preserve your produce to keep feeding your family from your own garden long after the growing season is over. This can extend your savings in the long term, too. Number 6. You know exactly what you're eating. Understanding where our food comes from gives us a better sense of appreciation for what goes into producing the things we eat by growing our own, an appreciation that we've perhaps lost over the past few decades since food has become so freely abundant. Plus, you'll know exactly what you're eating, and if you grow organically, you'll know without a shadow of a doubt that your food is chemical and pesticide-free. If you have children, grandchildren, nephews, nieces, and other little people in your life, get them involved in growing food from seed too. It will help them better understand that food doesn't just appear on supermarket shelves, and who knows, they could be the slow food farmers of the future. Number 7. You get physical activity. When you take time to prepare, plant, weed, water, and harvest your own garden, you're getting sunshine, fresh air, and physical activity. The exercise can help you stay in shape but also relax and de-stress. Because your garden needs to be tended, you're guaranteed to have some active time each week outside, either on your own or with your family. Be sure to practice safe heavy lifting practices, use sunscreen, and drink plenty of water while outside. Also, invest in organic soil that will not only be good for your plants, but will also be safe for your whole family to handle. Number 8. You can grow more varieties. Growing quality transplants from your nursery or starting your own seedlings under lights allows you to select from so many different varieties. These offer greater flavor and texture than what is available in the grocery stores. You can choose from hundreds of varieties based on flavor, shape, and color. When you grow your own, you can select varieties that are adapted to your growing area or mature in a short period. Number 9. You will eat in-season vegetables. Tending to your garden and growing your own food will teach you to eat in season, when flavors and nutrients are at peak. When you have a big harvest, you tend to eat more vegetables and think of creative ways to prepare them so nothing goes to waste. Since they are harvested fresh, the natural flavors of the vegetables shine and do not need additional oil, salt, or other additives to make them taste good. Number 10. Your food security increases. Food security is achieved when all people at all times have access to sufficient, safe, nutritious food to maintain a healthy and active lifestyle. Growing your own food garden contributes to your food security by providing direct access to food that can be harvested, prepared, and fed to your family daily during the growing season. If you learn how to preserve your harvest, you'll be able to stock your pantry and feed your family even when the growing season is over. Number 11. You can prepare well-balanced meals. Thanks to the nutritious fresh produce and the convenience of having them at home, you can also use them to prepare healthier, more balanced meals. This is an excellent health benefit, as your family might be struggling with malnutrition without even realizing it. Sure, you might be eating enough food, but not the right foods. In the United States, more than 1/3 of the population is obese, but less than 1 in 10 eat enough fruits and vegetables. Having fruits and vegetables right in your own backyard encourages you to prepare more of these balanced meals for the good of your family's health. We understand that you can't eat a balanced diet all the time, and there are times when you just have to eat a heavy meal. And even if you do, you should avoid doing certain things after that for better health. To know what they are, watch this video titled 6 Things You Should Never Do After Consuming a Big Meal. Now back to health benefits of growing your own food. Number 12. You connect with nature. Vegetable gardening is a wonderful hobby, and you can use the food you grow as a way to connect with nature. You can start small with a windowsill planter of lavender or a hydroponic garden for your kitchen. You can also roll up your sleeves and get to work with DIY raised beds and everything you need for an outdoor space. Believe it or not, tending plants in your garden has its own set of health benefits. Gardening gives you a chance to enjoy fresh air and get some safe sun exposure, relax and de-stress, and even improve your immune system. Instead of going inside and watching television, enjoy a late summer evening in your garden. Number 13. You help the environment. Our current industrial food system is having terrible impacts on the environment. These massive farms generate huge amounts of food waste due to spoilage, utilize pesticides and herbicides that damage wildlife, and strip soil of their best nutrients. Because large farms are restricted on the types of products they can grow, they can't follow the general rules of permaculture and crop rotation to keep the soil healthy and productive. This leads to a greater use of fertilizers, which are sprayed into the air and have unknown long-term impacts on watersheds, wildlife, and human health. Maintaining your own organic, pesticide-free garden means you get healthy food that doesn't burn thousands of gallons of fossil fuels to get to your plate. Now that you know how beneficial growing your own food is, which ones should you be growing in the first place? Learn more about them by watching 8 healthy vegetables you should be eating and 8 you shouldn't, or finding out about super vegetables you should eat that pack some serious power. These 2 videos will definitely help you pick out the healthiest vegetables that you might want to grow in your backyard. So go ahead and pick a video, or watch them both for maximum benefits. Have you ever tried growing your own food? Tell us your experience in the comment section below.